So this is your foundation, right? So you have a graph, and you starting your graph, and your graph has a couple of blocks down here. So if I say it has 5 blocks down here, right? 5 blocks that you have to do. That means you do not start with the 5 blocks. Even if it on the graph it starts with the 5 blocks, leave yourself a border, because to be honest, a border is always needed. So I always add the border, whether it's on the graph or not. I always add a border. So I will add just one line, maybe 2 sometimes, one line of just the background color, and that's it. And then I will start adding my first row color. I'm doing what you call it? I'm doing HDC. So it doesn't matter what stitch you're using, but HDC, single crochet, it doesn't matter. But being that I'm starting down here, so that's 1, 2, and as I'm going, I'm putting in my tail, so I don't have to worry about weaving my tail in of the color I just added. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so I said 5 in the beginning, but I meant 8. Right, and then I'm going to add the other part of my background color right here. This is long, but you don't have to make it that long. I'm being exaggerated. I'm exaggerating right now, but it don't have to be that long of a tail. And then that's that. So it would look like this. So again, your foundation will always be a foundation, which will be just a border. And then you turn around and then you just keep on going. Being that I made that long tail, I'm gonna keep weaving that in. And then you continue with your graph. And then that's it. So with your foundation, don't worry about adding it to the changing your colors with the foundation. Don't worry about adding it to that very first foundation row, because that's what it's called, a foundation row. And then the next row after that is your first row, and then now I'm on my second row. So that is it. And then as far as of the border, I'll show you next how to do that, how to do the border. But that's it. Before I finish, check this out. Hold on, sunshines. You need a logo, website, and business branding ideas? Check out Lightwork Designs, one-stop shop for all your branding needs. Link in the description below. Just say the Diva sent you. Start, you want to make sure you have your border. This is your 2 strings for your border. Then you want to make sure you have your background. This is the background color. And because we need background color for both sides, I am going to provide the background color for both sides. Background color for both sides. So one will be on this side and the other will be on that side. And then you'll have your middle. Whatever you need for your inside that's what you'll have. Whatever image you need for all the colors that you need, blanket, whatever, that will be in on your bobbins or your bag or whatever you use. I just let everything hang. So I have the skein, I have all of that here ready for the middle. If I needed more of the background color, I can always get more of the background color. It's all up to you. Okay, so to start your border, you will need to add 2 more on one side and 2 on the other side, right? So with the graph is 15, you would need 16, 17, 18, 19. So I will need 20 chains or 22 chains if you're doing HDC, if you want, but I do 1, so I did 20. And so now I am going to okay, you got that first row, the first foundation row for your border, right? Now it's time to do the second row for your border. Now this is just what I do so that I don't have to weave in the end, the tail. So now it's time to start. I'm going to make my 2 stitches here for my border, and now it's time to add my background color. So I'm going to add my background color here. And go over the tail. And then I'm going to go all the way over 15. This is the back. So all my strings are going to be towards the back. Okay, now I made it all the way here. Now I got to add the other part of the border. Okay, so that's 1 and 2. Chain 1 and turn. And that's how you start it. Now it's time to go to our next row. So this is when you could start your row 1. Your row 1 can be started now. Okay, so this is row 1. Now, the reason why I do this, and don't add the foundation, and don't add the graph that may have started like right down here. The reason why I do that is because I just want it to look good. You use your own discretion for your own project, so just be careful how you want your finished project to look. I always want at least some type of border around, so even though I have this green border, I am still adding a foundation row here, and then row 1. Okay, so now I turn it around, and now I'm gonna add my colors. So that's just about how, you know, I do it for, you know, adding my border as I continue to go up. And I would just have 2 stitches on this side and 2 stitches on this side, and no matter what, these stay the same. So in order for you to, if you have bobbins, you could have a good amount of bobbins, or you could take like a good portion of the inside of your skein, or you could just make a big ball. It's up to you. I just like to let them hang. Or being that I have the borders, I don't mind making big balls and put them in like little sandwich bags, so that I have the 2 on the side, because I know for my whole entire project, whether it's a blanket or not, will always have the 2 on the side. So I always will have these 2. And depending on your actual design, you might have the same 2 on the sides as well, inside your border. So it's purely up to you and how you look at your border, but that's how we start adding the border to our project. To close your border, of course, you finish off your inside graph. You finish it off. So I'm going to finish off this graph with my E. I'm weaving as I go. Depending on your graph, you could add another row. It's up to you if you want to add another row to match the foundation row at the bottom, because the foundation row does not count as your row number 1. So to match it, you can add an extra row. Now, I'm not talking about the border. I'm talking about down here. I have 2 rows down here before I started. Okay, now continue. So now that I finished that, which would be the graph, now that you finish your graph, you got to close your border. Oh, I hope this, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? It's like literally right there, the last part. Jeez. Just enough. Just enough. I just gotta weave that in there. But yeah, I'm done. So now Hallelujah. It's all done. So that's how you add your own border. You add your own border. You don't even need it to be on your graph. You just add it yourself. You can add a thick border or a thin border, but always add at least 2 or more. Not just 1, just 2 or more to make it look like a nice border. All right, deuces.